Hello everyone, and welcome once again to Oh My Goodness, Are We Still in the Deep Roads? How long is this section? Now, I think we've got another one of these, if I can press the right button, one of these bits of the Helm of the Legion. I think we've still got another bit of those to go, haven't we? Oh, is it the gloves, helm, boots, armor? Yes. So we've got to find the gloves. I'm sure they've got to be in this area, so we're going to go back in search of them. And yes, I don't know why the game crashed last time, but it did. So, hopefully we won't have any more crashes to deal with. Right. I'm just trying to think. I don't even know why we picked up the first item. This is the... Okay, so we've already been here. Let's see if it's in... I'm going to have a look around, just quickly scurry through everything. Maybe look back here. I'm not going to go there. Because if I can avoid going there, I shall. If there is something there, I've tried it too many times. I think I will just surrender at this point. And it's up this bit. So, okay. So, yeah, we follow the main path around. We don't go down that way. And it's this way, isn't it? Yes! This is where Hespeth was, wasn't it? Yes, that's where she was. Oh yes, because you can hear a kind of creepy chanting thing while you're coming down this way. And that's where the evil darkspawn are. Which, for some reason, were giving me more trouble than the Brood Mother. I don't know how that works, but apparently that's the thing. And I just realised that I don't have any way of timing. So, I should probably take my watch off. That might help. So currently, I'll put that where I can sit. Normally I do this when I'm setting up, but I just forgot to do it today. Right, so try and work things out. Okay. Right, I think I know what I'm doing things. Right, it might be... Oh, yeah, of course, because I've not gone through all these sarcophaguses. Right. So what I might do then is... Actually, let's look at them on the way, because it might be in one of these that I've not gone into. Silver chalice. I don't want to. I only want to take the gloves at this point, just because I'm sure it'll take up extra space. Well, it is an item, so that's not people. That's shiny things. I think. Yeah, we've been through all of these items. I'm sure I've missed. This is annoying. Right. Now we go across this bridge. I'm trying to think. Wasn't there something in here? So it'll probably be... Yeah, I think it'll probably be the other side. Guessing there's nothing to loot on this kind of... Why would you have a bridge like this? Like going across and the side ones? I don't know. It doesn't seem very secure. Then again, I don't know. Like, where would the Darkspawn be attacking from? Would they be kind of mining through the walls? I assume that must be, like, they burrow. Sarcophagus. Is that the only one around? There's a couple through here. Anything? Novice rune. Novice rune. And silk carpet and a journeyman rune. Not what we're after. We're after the gloves of the Legion. And I know why I'm thinking of the Damned, because in... Which is it? In 40k, Warhammer 40,000, there's a chapter of Space Marines called the Legion of the Damned, who... Oh, I can't really remember the lore behind them brilliantly well. That's frustrating. I think they just went missing one time and they returned, not speaking, and armor wreathed in flames and ornamented by skulls and skeletons and bone and that kind of thing. Right. So, is it something around here? Don't know if that's still a trap, but leather armor.
Very well.
I mean, people are probably have probably watched the video where I actually first see it, 'cause I've been through all of these, I'm sure. And they're going, oh, there it is, it's a thing there. It's alright, I'm just slow, it seems. Okay, I don't know how I missed them, but I did. Well done me. A tale of the dead cast has revealed the location of an unmarked grave in the dead trenches. Okay. Can I have the codex? Right. Casualty. Jarius? No, we've already read that one. Ah, dearest Gilly, I know things have been difficult since the censure of our house. I had hoped to bear the cost of my actions alone, but if I had a full understanding of consequences, I wouldn't have murdered above my caste in the first place. I did not abandon you lightly, but I knew of no other way to insulate you against my shame than by joining the Legion. It is a half measure that has earned me no right to seek your comfort, but please, I beg you for one moment of foolish optimism. There is talk of a new soldier, a noble. The things I have heard, I will not curse them by voicing them aloud, but it may be a path to respectability for my kin. For you, if there remains any official line open to our name, can you verify he is real, that House Ferald is in good stead? Right. He was committed to the stone with his insignia. Joris Ferald, found dead within his squad. The corpse was left untouched, suggesting the Darkspawn feared his spirit even in death. He was committed to the stone. So he's been buried somewhere. What have we got? Brood Mother. Right, we should read this. It is well known that Darkspawn carry off those captured in their raids to underground lairs. Most assume that the prisoners are eaten, or somehow tainted and turned into Darkspawn themselves, though this could never account for the sheer numbers of the horde. Forays by Grey Wardens into the underground have uncovered the answer. When exposed to the Darkspawn taint, men are driven mad and eventually die. Women, however, undergo great pain and gross mutations that cause most of them to perish. Those that survive, however, become the grotesque brood mothers. These giant, twisted behemoths birth many Darkspawn at a time. A single brood mother can create thousands of Darkspawn over the course of her lifetime. Each type of Darkspawn is born from a different brood mother. Humans produce Herlocks, dwarves Genlocks, elves give birth to Shrieks, and from Kunari are born the Ogres. Ugh. Right, so... Okay, so it's over there. So let's head that direction. Yeah. I'm not bothered about the quest marker for this because you haven't told... You've said you know where it is without telling me where it is, so it's the only way it works. Right. How much inventory space have we got? Right, we're probably gonna... Unless this is a quest item, I think we'll have to throw something away. Right. So this is the other side of the bridge. So cross the bridge and then... Okay, quite close to the broodmother's chamber. So I'm guessing you meant to pick that up second. I don't know how we missed it. No. Maybe I opened that sarcophagus and just went, oh, I don't want gloves. It's possible. That's meant to be like that, isn't it? Alright, okay. That's where the Legion's still hanging out, isn't it? So we'll pick this up, then we'll head to... Well, head to the next section. I don't know why, I'm not really enjoying the deep roads. Like, I've heard a lot of people complain about the Fade, and be like, oh, the Fade's rubbish. The Fade is really, really bad. Why does anyone like the Fade? I quite enjoy the Fade. It's kind of puzzly. That might be why I like it. But this is just, here is combat. Here is more combat. Here is more combat. Here is another combat room. Here is more combat. Combat. Yes, there is combat in this area. It's just like, no, just stop it. Stop it. It's just, for me, it's kind of worn out its welcome. It's I think it's too long for what it is. There are some interesting rooms. I won't dispute that. Like, okay, the Broodmother fight. I like the bit with the Darkspawn and spiders fighting. That's quite interesting. That's quite interesting. I do quite like that. But it's just... Yeah. It's at a point of... I'm not sure what else there is to do. I mean, I think there's some puzzles coming up, which I will be really rubbish at. Was that there before? Dead cast insignia. Quest updated. If proven, the lineage of the dead cast house symbol could lead to the Legion of the Dead being considered as a form of noble house in its own right. It must be entered into the memories in the Shaperate if the validity of the claims to be tested. Well, yeah, so we'll go to the Shaperate after we escape from the Deep Roads, which was kind of the plan. You're still dead? That's good to know. To the Anvil of the Void. Oh, okay, so maybe this is the last section then.
As you say.
Okay, this is going to be the last section. Area unlocked. The Anvil of the Void.
Branka is anywhere. This has to be it. She will not be unprepared.
Well, the way... well, the fact that she's thrown away so many members of her house, inverted commas, well, she doesn't deserve a house, then I think she probably was unprepared. I already don't like Branka.
What was that?
A trap?
Let me be blunt with you. After all this time, my tolerance for social graces is fairly limited. That doesn't bother you, I hope.
Shave my back and call me an elf. Branka, by the stone, I barely recognized you.
Ogren, it figures you'd eventually find your way here. Hopefully you can find your way back more easily. And how shall I address you? Hired sword of the latest lordling to come looking for me? Or just the only one who didn't mind Ogren's ale brand?
I don't think she likes you.
Respectful woman. You're talking to a Grey Warden.
Ah, so an important errand boy. I suppose something serious has happened. Is Enrin dead? That seems most likely. He was on the old and wheezy side.
He is... She doesn't care about this. Yep. He is dead and the assembly is deadlocked.
Then what is your involvement in this? Why would a surfacer be interested in dwarven politics? You must have a patron. A highly placed patron. And they must want something in particular. Now, what might that be? I don't care if the assembly puts a drunken monkey on the throne. Because our protector, our great invention, the thing that once made our armies the envy of the world, is lost to the very dark spawn it should be fighting. The Anvil of the Void. The means by which the ancients forged their army of golems and held off the first archdemon ever to rise. It's here. So close I can taste it.
It's Golem. I know I've not been correct in the game, but I'm in one of those moods today. It's Golem. Golem. It's only got one L. Admittedly, I'm trying to apply some kind of rules to the pronunciation of English words, which is one of the stupidest things you can ever try and do, admittedly. It's one of the reasons that... yep, English people like English language is not a fan of foreigners. I say that. The English language apparently is one of the toughest to learn as a second language. Beyond taking into consideration different alphabets. Just because, like, O-U-G-H is just... That's a laugh. Balin would change things, move Ozma forward. Sounds like there's a catch, isn't there?
The anvil lies on the other side of a gauntlet of traps designed by Caradon himself. My people and I have given body and soul to unlocking its secrets.
Seems like you haven't.
This is what's important. This has lasting meaning. If I succeed, the dwarven people benefit. Kings, politics, all that is transitory. I've given up everything and would sacrifice anything to get the Anvil of the Void.
Or anyone. Yep. Does that include Elspeth and the others of your house?
Enough questions. If you wish me to get involved with this imbecilic election, I must first have the Anvil. There's only one way out, Warden. Forward. Through Carradin's maze, and out to where the anvil waits.
That's because you've just locked us
What
in.
does this place down to you? I remember marrying a girl you could talk to for 1 minute. See her brilliance.
I am your paragon.
Completely bonkers, Ogren. Completely bonkers. I'm sorry, but she is. She's completely lost it. Don't want to have to talk to her anymore. I mean, in case there's any combat, I don't want to repeat that conversation. Because, no. Dwarf corpse. Another one, more of her dead. She's like the antithesis of me. Like,
I needed people to test Carradin's traps. There's no way to break through except by trial and error. I sent them in. All pledged to be my house, and they didn't want to help. They tried to leave me. Even my Hesped. But even she couldn't understand that when you reach for greatness, there are sacrifices. As many sacrifices as are needed.
yeah, as I'm saying, she's like the antithesis of me. I despise the concept of losing anyone. And she's doing this to people who are in her house, to those to whom she is responsible. Those of whom she is responsible. Spoilers: siding with Carradin. Just yeah. Yeah, I know I've sided with Balin in the whole thing, but that's more that's a slightly more roleplay thing. This is more of a there is no way I'm siding. I think even roleplaying, this is repugnant. Her actions are repugnant. Sense of noblesse oblige and the like. Genlock Alpha, Genlock Alpha, Genlock Alpha. Petrify him, please. Ogren, you smash that guy, hopefully. Yep. Actually, no. You keep taking on him. You move to shoot him. You hit him with a rock. Hey! Actually, now shoot him. No one else with a shiny name come and get. Woo! Leveling!
Send me.
Yeah, come on, Gears. Yeah. So, yeah, not a fan of Branka. Really not. Just, it's weird because I'm guessing it's. I think I'm thinking like, oh, how could anyone think that she's someone
She
you
shouldn't
said?
have gone. She was pledged to me. She swore she'd do whatever it took to find the anvil. There was no other choice. Most of them were dying of the taint already. Some of the women were transforming. I knew what they would become. There would be an endless supply, fresh, dark spawn to test the traps. They could still serve me. Let me find the anvil. It was the only way.
Maybe it's just because I'm, and I've talked about this in other videos. I'm lawful good, or certainly neutral good. One of the two. I wonder if there's a game that's like that, like your character's alignment changes based on your actions. I think Planescape Torment does that. I want to play that I want to play that somewhat at some point anyway. But if it does, that would be awesome because then I can find out what alignment I would be. But maybe it's just the way I am, and my character. But how on earth can anyone side with Branka on this issue? Just, I think maybe it's going to when you. Oh dear. Oh, I should have leveled up when I'm an idiot. Maybe it's because